Fishkeeper Club. It's Friday night, so we'll see how the night goes. Hope everyone's well. Kimco, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Nice to see you. It's Friday night, Friday the 13th, in fact. Will it be a nightmare night? Friday night can be quite fun though, because we tend to get some characters in on a Friday night, don't we? So we'll see. Anyway, for those that are in now that may never have been here before, or for those that tune in later on, Fishkeeper Club is a collection or a community of people from all over the world that come together, and we try and help people out if they've got any kind of problems in their aquariums. So we obviously don't know where the evening goes. Obviously, depends what gets asked, depends who comes in. So stick around and we'll see how it goes. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're having a good evening. Thanks for joining us. Good evening, Dane. How are you doing, buddy? Well, to be honest, mate, it's not really sore. It's just uncomfortable now. Kind of feels like I've got like a tennis ball strapped to me, and when you sit down, that's kind of, so I'd say it's like inflammation in it. So, but yeah, it's not been as, I've got to admit, it's not been as painful. So 3 days in on the vinegar in it. So seems to be doing all right. I know, mate. Roller coaster. How mad's that though, Will? That's crazy, that, isn't it? Ouch. Good evening, Tracy. How are you, mate? I'm doing okay. It's uncomfortable rather than painful at the moment. So, but I've got a sieve. I've got a sieve coming, so I'm going to pee in a sieve because I want to see if there's anything coming out. Great, that, isn't it? What a way to start the stream. But yeah, what is that about? Roller coasters getting rid of kidney stones. I'll be honest, mate, I don't think I'd be able to do a roller coaster at the moment. It's hard enough in my van. But then again, my driving. No, Nabi, thanks for joining us, buddy. I know, Kimco. You know what, mate? It's just been a bad week, mate. It had been a bad week. So it started on the Tuesday. I got hospitalized on the Tuesday, and then I ended up, because I was off work, I ended up getting a fish delivery, and all that went wrong apart from the cardinals. And then I go back into work and I come home to the CO2 dump, which, yeah, it's just like been a bad week, mate. It's just been a bad week. But no, I'll be sticking with it. And the community in here is great, buddy. It is great. Good evening, Sam. How are you doing, mate? Felipe. I am hopefully, mate, I'm hopefully getting barbs this weekend. I'm hoping it'll be Sunday. Well, it will. Well, there's something that's definitely happening Sunday, and that's the cribs are going. The cribs in both tanks are going. There's a possibility it may keep the females in the rainbow tank, because the 2 females in the rainbow tank are pretty stunning. But I don't know. But they'll probably end up all going, to be perfectly honest. But we'll see. And that's in both tanks. And yeah, I'm going to take them down to my local shop. And I know they've got barbs in at the moment. So I'm hoping kind of do a bit of a swap over there. But they've got cardinals in as well, which are a little bit bigger than the ones I've got. So what I may do is what I get for the cribs, trade them in for cardinals, and then buy. I want 6 tiger barbs, 6 green tiger barbs, 6 albino tiger barb. To be honest, they have got some really nice, pretty small. They're only about, I don't know, I'm showing you because you won't be able to, you can't tell proper, can you? About 2.5 to 3 inch in size of tinfoil barbs. I used to have a tinfoil barb tank years ago, and yeah, but it's running like little 2 for 15. It's like 45 in it for 6. So you never know. Might end up. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely getting the tiger barbs off. That's because that's been the plan all around. Then thinking the new year, I'm gonna try and set up just a 60-litre tank. I've seen a 60-litre tank in the shop. It's quite deep, but to be honest, I just want to try and use it for the 2 breeding angels in there, and just have the 2 in there, and just see if they can get them breeding, and maybe maybe start getting some angelfish fry and that. So that's kind of the plan in the new year for the angelfish, because the angelfish are coming out of this tank within the next few months for sure. So that's a bit of an update of where we're at. It all started, you know what, Will? It did, didn't it? It did, didn't it? It all started when I knocked my drink over on the stream. It did. That's where it all went wrong, mate. You're right there. And tonight I'll end up burning myself live on stream as well, because that's one of my own made hot chocolates, and it's red hot. It's red hot because it's not instant. You have to proper cook it, so you have to like get it in this. It's boiling hot, and it's boiling hot, and it's been sat there for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes actually. I started getting everything ready at 10 soon. So yeah, it's red hot, but that's like the ultimate hot chocolate. It's really good if you're on a diet. Really good. Got to do it, Sam. Get some plants in your tank, mate. Get some plants in your tank. I will help you all the way, mate. I will help you all as much as I can anyway. But yeah, do it, mate. Do it. Start off just with the easy ones. Where are you, Sam, in the country? Where are you? Because honestly, if you're near Manchester, I've got a load of Anubias that you can just take and have a go at, you know. Baked bread. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Yeah, I'll see what we're up to. Yes, I know I've probably asked you this before. I am pretty rubbish at remembering where people are from, though. But yeah, mate, if you're around the Manchester area, honestly, because like Anubias is like between 5 and 8 quid a plant. So, and I've got a load of it. I've got a load of it. When Pete came last Friday, he took a bag full, and it's not even dented it. Honestly, it's the amount of Anubias I've got. That's gonna be what goes in the angel tank, in the new angel tank. So the plan in the new angel tank is to try and get a little bit of wood that's a bit more rooty, so the roots go up though, and get some Anubias, a little bit of Anubias in the bottom. Maybe have it even keep the tannins in there and have it a bit of a black water. But yeah, the idea is to get the angels breeding. I'm still working on my Titanic sculpture. Oh yeah, mate, I'm intrigued with this. I am intrigued. Because you get away with it with the Titanic, mate, wouldn't you? You get away with it because that's where it is. A few hours away, Cambridge. Oh man, unless you want to make the journey. But yeah, mate, it's shit, honestly, because it's like I say, when me and Pete did the online order, when he came to collect them, I was like, take what you want, and like a food bag just full of Anubia. So I've got a load of it. I've got a load of it. Say I will do it with the angel tank, but thing is, at the moment, right, it's a slow growing plant, Anubias it is, but in CO2 conditions, it's rapid. Yesterday, right, I'll show you how fast Anubias is, right? Yeah, so you're gonna just have to take my word for it on the first bit, but evidence is that kind of there in the second bit. So let me just take you over to our CO2 tank. Right, so yesterday when I was looking in this tank, so it has two big clumps of Anubias, yeah. So there's one there, nice bit of boost, another clump there. Now yesterday when I looked in this tank, there was no Anubias flower. Today though, there's an Anubias flower. I reckon this probably within the next couple of days, that Anubias flower is gonna flower. And then because there's shrimp in there, sadly, because there's shrimp in there, it'll probably be gone within a couple of days. Because the shrimp will munch away on that for fun. So, but a new CO2 the turnover on Anubias with CO2 is rapid, and to be perfectly honest, it's quite a good. It could very easily be a very good money maker. You think you buy a Tropica Anubias plant, which is just a little, maybe an inch long rhizome with what 4-5 leaves on it, and you're paying £5.5 to £7 for that. Under CO2 conditions, you're taking on just that 60 litre tank there, and you've seen the amount of Anubias there because there's not a lot, is there? But I'm taking at least 2 of them out, or average it out probably to 1 a week. So like just on a small tank like that can make you £7 a week just on Anubias on CO2. So if you're doing it on a big level, you'd make. I reckon you could make a fortune on it, to be perfectly honest. Oh man, I'll have to catch up on chat. I waffle on, don't I? Anubias is a great hardy plant. It's abused from fish. I'll stay healthy. It's good. You know what? None of my fish touch it, mate. My rainbows have become to right. So I've always been like kind of proud that none of my rainbows eat any of my plants. And recently they've started attacking, like really going for it on the crypts. Kind of been a little bit of abusing the lily as well. Weird. But the crypts, they do have a munch on them crypts. In fact, I'll get some spinach tomorrow. I'll get some spinach in there. That could actually be why. Not fed them spinach for a bit, so. I love Anubias Kimco. I love it, as you can tell, because all my tanks are Anubias ever. But I've got quite a big Anubias plant as well. It's pretty decent. Can't remember which one it is though. Right, I'm gonna really burn myself on that because my super hot chocolate's got a skin on it. I don't know why it's gonna burn me. I know it is. I'll tell you what you should do. Don't put the name as the Titanic. Yeah. Have it real and put the name down as the Olympus. Because that's a ship that's down there, isn't it? Oh, conspiracy. That's a deep sea conspiracy. It'll come out one day though. Well, that's not the Titanic down there, guys. That was a massive insurance fraud, wasn't it? Have you ever seen the video on YouTube? Just going totally off subject of anything to do with fish keeping. Check the video out on YouTube regarding the Titanic not being the Titanic that's down there. It's actually its sister ship that was made at the same time. It was made like 3 months early, and it struck another ship. And it was beyond repair, so they got it back to Liverpool and changed everything over and launched it as a Titanic and apparently sank it on purpose. Check it out; it's pretty decent. Tracing my so my CO2 tank is 60 litre. That's a fluval spec 60 litre, and then my shrimp tank, which let's see if I can just dink it around without. That's my shrimp tank there, and that's just a 19 litre tank from Pets at Home. I think it was like £20, something like that. Bargain, and it might have been a little bit more, but I'm pretty sure you get a little filter in it as well. It's all right. It's a nice little dinky filter. I actually got it in one of the tubs with the plants in and the and all the endlers, which I need to go and check on really. The endlers in that tub, because I bet there's bloody loads in there now. Yeah, definitely bait to get a video posted. I'm quite intrigued on what it's going to be like. Sorry, it's like a light flashlight over there then in the corner of my eye. I am on a main road. It's probably something, but yeah, something caught my eye there. What was going on? Jungle Val, that mate, I know that's the same. I actually put Vals in. I wanted Vals for this tank, but I put them in the CO2 tank first and grew them till they got to like 2 foot long, and then put them in there. Because it only took like a week. They were so fast on CO2, and it just grows rapidly. But yeah, that was awesome. That was really good. Oh, that's nice. I've got a bit of a thing for hot chocolate, guys. I do. What's a few great freshwater community fish? Why not? Platies, so you're starting off great there, buddy. Platies, guppies. You could say swordtails, but you just got to watch for swordtails. The males can be a little bit aggressive. And then if you want something a little bit bigger, mate, rainbow fish are a great community tank fish. Majority of your tetras, majority of your small tetras, we'll rephrase that. Rasporas, a lot of your rasporas. One of my favourite fish, neon green raspora. Damn, they're amazing. Keep going on about neon green rasporas as well, don't I? And saying, oh, you should check them out. But now I've got my laptop available while we're doing this stuff. I'll show you what a neon green rasporas look like, because to be honest, I shouldn't even say this because I know I'm a bit of an idiot. But if you had nothing else in there really, but say put because it's like 300 litres that, so if you put like 100 neon green rasporas in there, goddamn. Just saying. So now I have to take that out of my head because it's in there now. Going, that would look good. But neon green rasporas are, well, they're just like It's like a neon tetra, really, but luminous green or lime green, and they're not what they call them, the genetically modified ones that are bloody luminous. They are actually that colour. They are stunning, honestly. So good. What do you need aquarium? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Bates. I was right. I was just going to say, what do you need aquarium safe paint for? But yeah, it's Titanic. Sorry, mate. As soon as you said it, I just thought aquarium paint. I was just thinking for painting the back. And I was like, you don't need, no, just paint on the outside, mate. It's just where my head went. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I forgot you on about the Titanic. Corkscrew Val is nice. Are you in the States, Kimco, aren't you? Because we can get it over here. But yeah, it is decent, isn't it? But it does grow rapid, especially under CO2. It's amazing. But it carpets kind of as well, doesn't it? Then, but you get pure runners out of it. I did have it running along there, but the angels they just savage it. Yeah, mate. I've got Galaxy Rasporas, Celestial Pearl Daniels, same fish, mate. But they are awesome. I'm just going to hold back a little bit on the CO2 tank at the moment before I think about putting any more stock in there, because that regulator's kind of unsettled me a little bit. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that before I put anything in there, because yeah, I'm not happy about what it did for sure. Tracy, honestly, they're amazing. The best place to probably try and get them is Maidenhead Aquatics. I've been in like 5 or 6 different Maidenhead Aquatics around here, and they do tend to have them, whereas not all your other little like standalone shops don't really seem to ever get them. So I don't know what it is, but Maidenhead Aquatics do seem to get them. But they are awesome. They are just a little neon tetra, but like proper bright green. Damn, so good, so good. I love them. I kind of. But as you notice, and I have said it before, obviously, I do like schooling fish more than anything. Me, I just, I don't know. I just think like this tank here with it's gonna be like 18 tiger barbs in there. It's gonna look cool. It's gonna look cool, especially like it. They'll probably all show together, which will be cool as hell. But if they are kind of school up in their own separate groups, that'd be pretty awesome as well. So like 3 different groups. I don't know if they'll do that, but we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's going to be pretty decent. So for those that are in at the moment, next Friday night, so is Christmas party night. Yep, we're having a Christmas party. Me and Tracy spoke about it off air, and we put it to the group last week. And yeah, we're going to bit of a Christmas party. If you want to pop along, do so. Bring your own booze, and it'll be same place, 8 o'clock next Friday. But we'll have a bit. Yeah, we'll just have a bit of a laugh next Friday. Any to talk about whatever in it, what we're doing over Christmas and all that. Also, yeah, so everyone should come along for sure. We'll have a bit of a laugh. It's Friday night as well, so Friday night can be one of those nights where you tend to get a few characters in, shall we say. So you never know. You never know. Christmas party should be good. So what you should do is click the subscribe button, click the notify button. You should be notified every time we come on live anyway, which is 4 days a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. and Saturdays from 2 p.m. all GMT. And I also release a video once a week on Thursdays at 3:15. This week I have launched 2. One was a bit of an impromptu video, really, because I just had a bad run over 5 days. Well, no, it's a week. Bad run over a week, really, and it just like everything just got too much, and there was way too much death involved in that week. So yeah, that's ended up why I ended up doing 2 videos this week. But we'll be back to Thursdays. I think though, maybe next week's could be the last video of the year. Maybe might get one in between Christmas and New Year, but we'll have to see. Why not? Thanks for asking the question. I'm a beginner fish keeper, so I appreciate it. Not a problem. Why not? Why not? Honestly, subscribe to my channel. It is right. So when you look at my channel, mate, it's mainly rainbow fish. But to be perfectly honest, on the things that aren't specifically targeted at rainbow fish, like the species profiles, all the others, they're all just take it as community tank videos. You kind of have to do a niche on YouTube, mate, to get noticed, and rainbow fish is my niche. But they're like the ultimate, to me, they're the ultimate community tank fish. So, but there's loads of videos on there about algae control, mate, about plants, different type, fertilising, how to set up a planted tank. So there's yeah, mate, my channel's got, it's ideal for the beginners, mate. You should watch a bit of the videos. There's how to cycle your tank, all kinds, mate. So, but yeah, come into these fish keeper club meetings, mate. They're really interesting because we have people from all over the world in. We had Australians in, Americans in. Guy called Jax pops in regular. He'll probably be in later on. He's from Czech Republic, so we just get them from everywhere. So, and we even get them 3 miles down the road. So, and it's full of advice, mate. And it is Tracy, innit? It's just, but I learn stuff as well. That's the beauty of doing it. I've been in this hobby for like 40 years. Why not? But I'm still learning, because you learn. I learned a massive, valuable mistake the other day when I put cardinals in the tank behind me, and the angels and the cribs at the bleeding lot. So, but as I was talking to Tracy before offline, and the mad thing is, is that if I had looked at those cardinals and decided that they were too small, I looked at them and thought they'd be okay, right? If I looked at them and said they were too small and put them in the CO2 tank, which is where they would have gone to grow out, 4 days later, the CO2 tank had a CO2 dump and killed most of the fish in there. So it's weird, isn't it? But those cardinals were kind of like, they didn't have, fate meant that they didn't have much bloody going for them, which is a bit weird. It's like a Final Destination with fish in it. They had both tanks covered, didn't it? So it kind of helps me out a little bit in my head, because I don't like making mistakes that kill my fish. I'm not bothered about the money. But don't get that wrong. I'm not bloody loaded. But I never once think, oh no, that's like so much money out the window. You know what I mean? It's not that. It's I'm not a big fan. So not quite sure, Tracy. I've reset everything. So like the regulator's like the top of the range regulator, mate. So and it's not supposed to do that. I will email them this weekend though and see what they say. So I've kind of like reset everything. I turned everything off, reset all the dials, started again. So it's kind of like up to 30, I think it is, on the pressure, and the bubble checker is kind of, the bubble checker's like 1 bubble a second, which is what it's always been on that tank. So just going to leave it at that and see how it goes. To be honest, the drop check, I don't know what they call it. My head's gone. The stuff that you put in anyway that goes yellow on it. So that is the drop checker in it, not the bubble counter. The bubble counter is 1 bubble a second. The drop checker is it's kind of like green but darker green. I kind of like it more lime green, but at the moment I'm just gonna just leave it and just see how it goes. You know, it kind of frightened me a little bit. Amix, how are you doing, mate? So at this moment in time, mate, I don't have any betters. No, unfortunately, no, mate. But you never know in the future. I have been toying with my spare room in my head as well recently. Good evening, Pete. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're well, mate. Hope you've had it's Friday, mate, innit? It's Friday, so hopefully you're not working tomorrow. I'm so, mate. It's uncomfortable. Feels like I've got a tennis ball kind of like strapped to me. It's weird. It's just, but I'm not kind of getting the shooting pains going into me groin anyway. So I'm kind of hoping. I'm 3 days in on that white vinegar, mate. So see how it goes. But I think that Anna Marie was well onto something there though, because like I have Googled it and it turns out they're quite popular, kidney stones, and everyone's like, yeah, white vinegar does help. So at the moment, right, mate. So I've been taking the white vinegar now for 3 or 4 days. I think it is 3 days, isn't it? Whatever it is, 3 or 4 days. And I don't know if it's doing anything or it's the placebo effect at the moment. You know what I mean? But we'll see. Amix, yeah, my pet shops do sell Bettas, mate. Some do, some don't. The majority of mine do, but there is like, I'll be honest, the shops around where I am, I'm quite fortunate to be able to travel to like maybe 25 mile out to a shop. Kind of, I'll try that during the day when the traffic's not busy. So, but if I travel like about 20 mile to a shop, Maidenhead Aquatics at Woodford, which is like Stockport way. If I wanted a Betta, that's where I'd go, because when I go in there, they're the place where you walk in there, and each tank where they've got a Betta in, you're like, oh my god, look at that one. And then you walk along looking at all the other fish, and you get to another Betta, and you're like, oh my god. Honestly, you want I know they do Betta tanks now, don't they? That can be like split into 3 or 4 segments. If you come out of that shop, you'd want an 8-foot tank splitting into segments. It's amazing. Honestly, there's some beauties in there. I saw one that was pure gold, and that was just like outstanding. Outstanding. Angelfish, they can go in a community tank, why not? But you have to watch what size fish go in there, mate. So I think angels are all right with cardinals, right? Yeah. Going off what happened the other day. The cardinals that I put in the other day were only like 10 mil. 1 centimetre. So, and the ones that are a little bit bigger than that are all right. So there's like, I think there's 3 out of the 22 that actually survived. So you can put angels in a community tank, yeah, but just with maybe bigger tetras. You won't be able to put young tetras in there. Like, no, I wouldn't even go neons. I'd go bigger for sure. Maybe like your red phantoms more than anything like that. But yeah, they're all right. You just gotta. Angels are okay, mate, until they start breeding, and then, like with any egg layers, once they start breeding, if anything goes near them eggs, then unless like they're just egg scatterers, but yeah, nothing goes near fish when they're breeding. They're all, you know, majority are quite aggressive. So I do like Betta's trays. I do. They are awesome, aren't they? I did have one in the shrimp tank because the shrimp tank took off and the Betta was munching on him. So I moved him on to a mate. But I had a pretty decent Betta, to be honest. It was well cool. It's like peach colour. It was awesome. You have a lot of them, Amix, yeah. You're from Slovakia. We do have another guy that comes in from Slovakia, mate, as well. Yeah, I agree, Pete. Pete's a busher as well, isn't it? I don't. You know what? It'd be interesting. I've never even looked at the Bettas on Tropco. I bet they've, because you'd be able to select your own personal Betta, won't you? On Tropco, I don't really know. I didn't look at Bettas, but that'd be interesting. Yeah, it's an expensive time of year, isn't it, guys? Just everything in it at the moment, though. They have a cool black and green one, do they, Will? 75 nabs. Ooh, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna have a look because I can show you guys, can I? So there's some spectacular ones, isn't there? The thing is, at the moment, like you'll see on Insta and that, you think which ones nowadays? You think which ones are real? It's a bit unfortunate because I think you can be blagged now pretty easily. Oh, plays the games with this. Right, where are we? Bettas. I've gone past it. Yeah. Mad, but I wasn't looking for Siamese fighters. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what these babies have got going on. Oh, sugar. So, right, I will, as I come across some nice ones, I might as well just show you anyway, but look at that one there. Copper. Oh, I don't, oh, me with my bloody fingers. Piss off. Right, start again. Look at that copper plant out there. Jesus. 40 quid. That's just amazing, isn't it? Oh, oh, they're just too stunning, aren't they? Oh my god. I don't want to look at that too much and neglect you guys. They're just amazing, mate. They're just amazing. I've always been a big fan of them, and I would like a separated tank for sure. I think they'd be cool. That copper plant is just like something else. There you go. Check that one out. Black Stardust. I think is that the one you're on about there, mate? Is it that one? Black Stardust there. Or the one next to it. Look at that as well. That male crown. Oh, god damn. Black Stardust. 75 quid. I think though, if you, like, to spend 75 quid on a Betta, you're gonna have to be well into them, aren't you? And I'll be honest, I'd be wanting to breed. I'd be wanting to breed them at that. If you've got a Betta that's cost you 75 quid, you want to breed it, don't you? Because you want to try and get. If you could pull some of that money back, you'd be laughing, wouldn't you? Just get us back to. Yeah, mate. I thought that'd be the one. 75 quid. 75 quid, but it's beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, mate. Amix, that is amazing, isn't it? Good evening, Jax. How you doing, buddy? Hope you've had a good week, mate. Oh. Oh. Will you buy me one and send it to me? I wouldn't even dream of sending it over, mate. From the UK. Nah, mate. I was very reluctant getting fish sent from the UK to me, mate. You say you're in Czech? Because Jax is in Czech, mate. He'll be able to get them, I bet. Bet you can get Bettas, can't you, Jax, in your shop? Zinger, good evening, buddy. Hope you're well. Can you get all the Siamese fighters, Jax, in Czech? Bettas. I might be wrong, but I think Amik said he was from Czech, but it might not be. I might just like lost the plot a little bit. Hope you're well, Zinger. Hope you're well, buddy. I'm gonna have to look at the lighting on the rainbow tank as well. Quite a bit of algae growth on the glass this week, which is rare. Really, there's always a little bit of the glass always needs cleaning in the rainbow tank. Doesn't really need doing in the angel tank. Really, it does get done, but doesn't really ever need it. But the rainbow tank kind of does a little bit, but you're gonna have to lie down a little bit. I think it's have to see. But the Lotus in that tank is going proper red now, really deep. I have been kind of treating it a little bit with the iron, so hopefully it's doing well. Because so do you remember when the lily snapped off the bulb and the bulb was all just like a gooey mess? Well, that lily's grown another lily, so yeah, so we've kind of like been able to save it, which is good. We stock Bettas all the time. Yeah, I thought you would do, mate. Every week we have 15 males in stock. Go on, mate. I am guessing. Go on, mate. There's something coming. There's something coming. If I set up a better tank for my daughter, what will she have with him? You keep females. No, Tracy. You can't. You'd be really. No, you won't be able to put a female in there, mate. They're pretty mad. So I think it was Raina. Raina breeds them, and I was like, "How'd you do that then?" Because they just kick off. And when he's breeding them, Tracy, he puts the female, so he keeps them separate. Puts the female in a jam jar, obviously with water in it, not dry or anything like that. Just keeps it in there, in a jam jar of tank water, and then he floats that in the same tank as the male, so the male can see her. Then he builds the nest. Then he releases the female, lets her deposit the eggs, and gets her the hell out of there. And that's kind of how he does it. So yeah, mate. Depending on the Betta, really, Tracy, on what you can put with them. Like some will live quite happily with shrimp and things like that, where some will just munch on them. They all have their own little personality, Bettas, mate. Quite funny. I used to have one years ago. As soon as he saw you, he'd come to the front of the glass and like fan out everything. If to like showing off to you, like, yeah, he was ace. Stunning. Yeah, I wouldn't send them over hammocks. It isn't happening, mate. So, what's good mid-sized community fish for 40 gallon? You could look at like, you're new to the hobby, mate, aren't you? So I'd look at live bearers, buddy. I'd go for like mollies, platies, swordtails. Like I say, just watch with male swordtails, can be a little bit aggressive towards each other. Like female swordtails, kind of very similar to platies and that. So, and yeah, go for the live bearers, mate, because there's nothing better than seeing fry guppies. Live bearers breed like rabbits, mate, and they have quite a lot, because in nature 95% of them fry will get eaten, so they have so many, survival of the species. So when it's in your tank, it's brilliant for the newcomer as well, mate. Be prepared though, be prepared. You might have one tank now, but I'd say give it 12 months. Why not? You'll have 2 minimum. So anyone in chat want to say I'm wrong? I bet they won't. We're talking about Betta. I knew a guy from Facebook who had amazing implants. Yeah, you just got to be careful, Zinga, with all female. I'll tell you now, mate. Them female sororities don't go well after a while. They might be all right for a little bit, but one morning you'll get up and devastation. Something will have gone on, mate. It's not just Bettas. Just got to be careful, mate. You can Danish, but you've got to be really careful. It's just like they just don't get on. Even the females are a bit boisterous with each other. Just catty, aren't they? Oh, nice, mate. Yes, mate. That's awesome, Jax. So that's another reason I want to get more tanks set up. So that my spare room could be an option. Build like racking in there and get some more, because it would be nice to stick some mops in my rainbow tank and see what you get out. It would be nice. It is good that you're doing it in work as well, mate. Yeah, it's just neons can be a little bit, well, as we know, Pete, in it. As we know, the when they get a little bit small. That's good. Good point, that Jack's actually. Yeah, just go on Facebook groups, mate, for your area as well. People will sell them. You'll be able to get them in your area, I'm sure of it. But you don't want to be. No way would I start sending fish all over the world, mate. Ain't that me? Have you got two Bettas, Pete? Or I need to like continue reading that Betta book, really. So Richard, I've not really had time. I need to get onto that. Ronnie, thanks for joining us, buddy. I wish I could translate your message, mate, but I can't, unfortunately. Talking about live bearers, one of them Montezuma sword, females, pop babies. The other dwarf, freshwater trumpet. So I passed the my fry. Sauced into a different time. Yeah, mate. Do that, mate, don't you? It's nice though, mate, that your swords are dropping babies though, isn't it? That's all good. I know Reese sent me video the other day of his guppies giving birth. I think it was Reese. Pure babies, mate. Live bearers, it's just the way forward. They're a great fish to start with. They really are. It's pretty much like quite hardy. And it is great when you see babies. Yeah, if you see, this is it. Why not? It gets you. That's what gets you. Did me anyway. That's the only reason I say. Watching live bearers give birth, what started me in the hobby. All right, sorry, Pete. I just kind of lose track sometimes with all the chat. How are your Corys doing, Pete? Right, Corydoras. People have trouble with them once you've bought them and you get them back. On average, and I'm serious now, on average, when you buy Corydoras, what is your personal survival rate on Corydoras? Because I just seem to find that they don't really travel too great, and you might not lose any in the first like couple of days, but I don't know. Sometimes I just feel certain Corydoras struggle. Like we were talking about it last time with me and with Jack's, like black Venezuelan Corydoras for me. I've stopped buying them because they just don't survive in my tank. I don't get it. I just give up on them. It's like, what's everyone else? Is it like in the UK? I don't really know. Jack's, what they like for you, mate, in Czech? Are they is there a survival rate on them or what? What's the score? Are they as finicky as what I think they are over here? Not a problem. Why not? We are, like I say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, mate. Our lives. Saturdays in the afternoon. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. GMTs. But yeah, pop along, mate. Come along next Friday anyway, mate. Bring a bottle. Party time. Corey's a loving life. That's all good. That's all good. Yeah, that's why some Corys I buy are great. Like the peppards I got, not a problem in both tanks, doing well. Black Venezuelans, struggle. Orange Venezuelans, got some in the angel tank, not a problem. Really weird. I did lose one of the albinos. That was the first fish I lost, apart from the cardinals. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. See, I bought six albino Corys and lost one. But they don't usually get any trouble with the Corys unless underfed. I think that's probably what it is, mate. I just think they just seem to, I don't know, seem to struggle. I think when you if you're buying bronze and all that, I think probably because they're probably locally bred, don't really have a problem with them. But yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? More information on the Lotus care. Right, mate. So Lotus bulbs, don't bury them. Keep them on the surface. Just kind of wedge them down until they root. Feed your water column as desired by the fertilizer that you use. So as instructed by that. I would dose extra iron for sure. That's something I've started doing. It makes them redder. The tiger lily can be two different types of plant. You can have it as a surface plant, technically, although the bulb will root into the ground, obviously, into the substrate. You can let the lilies, every now and again, the Lotus tiger lily will try and send a shoot lily up to the top. If you let it get to the surface, it will send a few up there, so it becomes like a surface plant. You won't get as many lilies at the bottom when it does that because it's taking the CO2 that it needs out of the air, so it's an easier route. So it then technically becomes more of a surface plant. If you keep trimming off that little runner though, before it gets to the surface, the plant starts thinking, right, there's no point wasting any energy sending that up, so it produces more lilies down at the bottom, and you end up with bushy little lily like that. And or let me just turn around because I don't want to take it off the tripod, to be perfectly honest. Or that there. So if you go onto my channel, Alex, it's just builds you back round. If you go onto my channel, it's over a year ago now, mate, but it's probably, I think it's my most watched video actually. Full care guide, mate, on the Lotus tiger lily. Yeah, like I say, it is it's my most watched video. No liquid form, Alex. I believe you can actually just put a clean nail in as well, but I take it that's an old trick, and I believe it works. But yeah, I dose sea chem iron. So it just makes them redder. And I have Jacks to thank for that, mate, because I bought iron to dose for the red plants in the CO2 tank, and then started dosing the lily as well. But I do target dose it with a pipette, just to, it doesn't, none of the other plants really need it. It's just, yeah, just kind of pipette dose it around the bulb. Man, Jax, how many tanks have you got at home, Jax? Not a problem, Alex, not a problem. Getting some algae in the Betta tank on the bogwood. So contemplating adding some shrimp to help the issue. Is there any particular ones I should look at? For eating algae, Pete, Amano shrimp. Your Neocaridina will slightly eat a little bit, but they're not specific algae eaters, mate. But Amano shrimp, and I don't really buy shrimp. Well, I don't buy fish from Pets at Home, mate, but they tend to have Amano shrimp at Pets at Home. And if you go to the one at Bury, it's quite comical watching them try to catch them, to be honest. Because the girl in there, if you get the, I hate saying this, but if you get the little short dumpy girl, yeah, she hates catching them, and she's a right little, she's a bit of a, thinks she's something. So if you get her, yeah, get her doing it, it just winds her up, and it winds her up even more if you just start giggling a little bit as well. I think she hates me when I go in there, because she always tries. In Pets at Home, they do ask you what fish they're going with and everything. But she proper thinks she's something. And it's, to be honest, I went in once, and she'd said to another member of staff, if he wants fish, don't sell him in. And I heard her say it. So I turned around and went, why is that? She's like, because you're always buying fish. I went, I've got loads of tanks. What are you going on about? I've not got just one tank. So yeah, I kind of like, who are you to say that? I've got loads. I've said I've got about 30 tanks at home. So it was like, shut her up straight away. But yeah, it's well worth going in. But if you want to travel a little bit further, mate, it's not too far either. So at Tongue in Bolton, Little Marina Aquatics, mate. They have loads of shrimp in there. I want to go up there anyway, mate, because I'm after. They do. So Little Marina Aquatics, Pete, is don't really have many fish. It's more shrimp, and they have quite a few. They do tend to have a few Amano shrimp, and but they have like and they have things like vampire crabs and different types of snails, like is it the German helmet snail, which just looks like a German helmet, to be perfectly honest, hence its name. But yeah, I know they do tend to have them in there quite a lot as well. They're quite a weird looking thing. I get my Amanos from Pets at Home. It's the cheapest. That's a deal for 4. Oh, they're so hard to catch, mate. They are, Alex. They are hard. They are hard to catch. You've just got to watch. So, Pete, when you get them, I would just watch. If you pour them into the net to put them in the water, watch, mate, because they are jumpers. They are proper jumpers. But yeah, I'd probably try and cup out a bit of water and then tip the rest of the water in, because like, yeah, they're a bit of a nightmare when you're transferring them over, Pete. They jump. But Amano shrimp are pretty cool, but the legs freak me out because they're a bit too spiderish. But can't go back on this. Spiders. Nails work. Yeah, I've heard this, Jax. I have heard this. I will probably end up putting nails in anyway. Might as well. Dose 9 in chelate form, FE2 is the only form for leaves to consume, but it coagulates almost instantly into iron dust Fe3. It sits on the bottom. See, you learn things all the time. I normally learn loads of jacks, to be perfectly honest. They are great. They are great at eating algae, and you can put a load in your tank as well, which is good, which is great. Amano shrimp, obviously, but yeah, Amano shrimp. It'd be also worth, Pete, looking at what size tank is it. I'd look at maybe for like 4 Otto Sinclair, mate, as well, because they're pretty ferocious algae eaters, then, buddy. Just getting a drink, guys. But yeah, Otto Sinclair as well. And to be honest, they're pretty easy to pick up anyway. I'm not a big fan of buying fish from pets at home, but sometimes you need to. But yeah, it's well worth going into Little Marina though, Pete, for sure. It's not that far away, really. It's only, if you know where Dave's Aquarium is, it's on the same road, mate, just before you get to Dave's Aquarium. Opposite the little co-op. "15 tanks set up. After years, we're rebuilding a room into a basement, into a fish room." Nice, mate, nice. Yeah, I'm going to look at doing my spare room, I think. I love my spiders, mate. I am bad with spiders, mate. I'm really bad. Yeah, 57 litre, mate. Yeah, I'd get 4. Get 4 Otto Sinclairs as well, mate. Definitely, Ottos are great for algae eating, mate. Ottos and Amanos. Amano shrimp are cool, though. They are cool. Some nights as well, like in the CO2 tank, which is kind of the only tank. I've got a few in the Neo Corydora tank, but I haven't got any in the Angel tank anymore for obvious reasons, and there's none in the Rainbow tank anymore because they munch them as well. That could be the cribs as well. So, but the ones in the CO2 tank, some evenings, because I've got quite a few in the CO2 tank. I think I've got about 12, and they all kind of congregate on the side wall. It's like they're having a bit of a meeting, just discussing the week or whatever. But yeah, it's quite good. They do kind of get together, get their head together sometimes. And feeding time with Amanos is pretty funny as well, because you'll see they're ruthless, mate. The ruthless Amano shrimp. Say you put a few, like, so that the fine, the smaller pellet of the fluval bug bites, as an example, put a few of them in, and you'll see an Amano shrimp with a full one float going through the water, alpha lever holding onto it. It's like, no way, no one else over in this. Get off, have it all himself. Funny as. Good evening, Norwegian, mate. Hope you're well. I have large manos, angels. It's all cool. Looks like this. Yeah, I think it is the angels, mate. The cribs, mate. I'll be. They're going anyway. They're going. They're going. They've been dealt the eviction order, and they're out of there. They're out of town on Sunday. That's it. Get out of here. Bags. I need to nip to the shop tomorrow. Get some bags. I like the wood shrimp retracer. The ones with the jazz. I call them jazz hands, but the ones that filter the water. They are proper cool. So one of mine catch a bug bite before hit the floor. They do, mate, don't they? They intercept it coming through. They're proper mad. They're awesome. The minnow shrimp are like proper mad. They're so funny. I've seen them do that with bloodworm as well, Will. Just like as soon as that food hits the water, the minnow shrimps are on it. It's just yeah, they're awesome. Vampire shrimp. I will check it out. I will have a gander right now. Why? How big do they grow anyway? Let's see if we can get a decent picture of one. There's a pretty decent picture of one, I think. Yeah, they are pretty. Is that what you? I take it that's what you're on about. I kind of let's just get that. They are pretty awesome. I was thinking vampire crabs before as well. There's like a brown one there as well. They are pretty awesome, aren't they? Something about a shrimp, but them legs do freak me out a little bit. They do. Yeah, it's just. Do they grow to a decent size then? They are stunning, them, Tracer. They're amazing. Yeah, Dane, they're gonna go, mate. Yeah, I've decided that they're gonna go, and the angels are gonna get moved into another tank. Hopefully, not tomorrow. In the new year, but yeah, change that tank a little bit. Yeah, the cribs are kind of, when I watch the cribs, mate, they're just like bullying everything, really. They were never really meant to stay in the rainbow tank anyway, but they kind of bully the rainbows quite a bit, so they're gonna have to come out of there. More so now, I've noticed it more so now. A lot of the plant, at least half of the plants have come out of the rainbow tank, haven't they? So that divide that I had from the rainbows and the cribs is now gone. It has changed the dynamic of the tank now because they see each other. So the cribs are a little bit more aggressive. They're constantly spawning as well, so that doesn't help. And there's at least two breeding pairs of cribs in both tanks. So there's always like something going on. So yeah, they're gonna have to go. It is a shame, but it is. But they've kind of like kind of overstayed the welcome, especially in the rainbow tank. Like I said, they were never supposed to be in there. I thought I'd got all the babies out and got rid of them, and lo and behold, a few weeks later, a few more appear. So they do get big. How big do they get? Out of interest. Laura, good evening, buddy. Hope you're well. How often do I clean my tanks? So I do maintenance on my tanks weekly, mate. I do it every Saturday afternoon. I clean the glass. I trim away any leaves from the plants that are looking a bit tatty. And I do, on the rainbow tank, I do a 40% water change every week. On the angel tank, I do 10% pretty much every week. On the CO2 tank, I do around about 10% every week. On the shrimp tank, top up, don't do a water change on that really, I just top it up every week. But yeah, mate, that's kind of how I do it. I do it weekly. I do both tanks live on stream on a Saturday afternoon, and then it comes to like this format afterwards. It tends to take probably an hour to an hour and a half just to do what I do. I don't vac the gravel, never have. Gravel vacuum when you've got live plants is just like taking their food source away from them. Yeah, mate, and I keep up weekly, and it doesn't really, you don't look at a tank and think, oh my God, that's going to take hours to do, because it can be daunting if you let it get away from you. But yeah, I kind of just do it weekly, mate. It is a shame, Dane, it is, mate, but because they are stunning, say, but they have just changed the dynamic, mate. It is, mate. Well, Jack's, it used to be okay. It was never a problem because the plants just separated them. But now, there's too much. There's just visibility all the time, so it's time to go. Take the cribs out of there. I won't be adding anything to the rainbow tank because I put these 6 red rainbows in there. So that'd be good to just equal that out a little bit anyway. As for the rainbow tank, barbs. It's going to be get some barbs in there. I do like tiger barbs. Something about them. I think they have some 5 barbs as well. So you never know. Jacks for the 3rd time around 10 centimeters. Sorry, mate. Have you said that already? Mate, you have. Sorry, Jacks. I totally missed it. It's the Alzheimer's, mate. It's kicking in. Sorry, mate. I don't really know how I don't know how I've missed it. I don't know how I've missed it. It's my age, mate. Wait till I'm like double your age, Jax. Wait till you get to my age, mate. I wake up now in the middle of the night for a pee. I'll stand up. So like my lounge and kitchen are kind of like the same room, and I'll get out my chair and go into the kitchen and forget what I went in the kitchen for. So that's what happens when you get older, mate. It's a possibility, Will, that they'll give you a discount off it for sure. It's quite a decent shop, to be honest. I have a pretty good relationship with them. It's in time, mate. In time. That's where I've seen this 60 litre. It's a little bit. It's a cube, so it's a little bit taller. I think it'd be ideal for sticking 2 angels in to breed. So we'll see. We'll see. I am on codeine, Jax. Yeah, yeah, I am, mate. I can't hide the facts. I am on codeine at the moment, mate, because it is the only thing that's been getting me through. So, codeine's not great with your head, is it? And so I'm supposed to have 2 I drive for a living, so I can't really have 2 every 4 hours. So I've been taking 1 every 2 hours, which is kind of what I've been doing, rather than 2 every 4. So, but yeah, yeah, mate, codeine, yeah, doesn't. But I don't like codeine. I don't like codeine. It's horrible, but it's the only thing that's helping with the pain. So, not really. Will not that I've ever had before. To be perfectly honest, mate, I kind of like going there, and I always have a chat with the staff and that. And I went in there on Tuesday and asked if they'd take the cribs. He was like, yeah, bring them in. So I'll just go in there. Last time I did it, I took 5 clown loach in there, and he was like, "What do you want in exchange?" Or I don't actually want anything in exchange, mate. I just let them have them. Bit daft, really. Should have got some food or something, but yeah, I just took them in there because, to be honest, it did me a favour just taking off my hands. So, but yeah, I know he'll sort me out, mate. He'll sort me out. I tend to I do it more really with Maidenhead Aquatics. They don't give you a great amount, do they? But kind of doing me a favour taking them off my hands. Oh yeah, mate, we get man flu here, Jax. We get man flu here, mate. It's quite common, isn't it? But it's because we have a lesser pain threshold than women in it, apparently. Because we don't give birth, we have a lower pain threshold than women, so we feel colds worse. Apparently, don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard years ago. It's horrible though, mate. I had a strain of flu the year before COVID broke out. So I had this strain of flu that put me in hospital. It was really bad. It was really bad. It was a rare strain of flu as well. So let's put it this way: I was that ill. I went into hospital. My dad took I went to the doctors. Started off. I went to the hospital. They wanted to admit me. I didn't want to be admitted to hospital. They wanted to admit me because I live on my own. So I said I'd spend the night at my parents'. So I spent the night at my parents'. The doctor from the hospital rang my parents' house the next day to see how I was. And then told me if I didn't feel any better to ring the doctors by midday and get an emergency appointment, which I did. The doctor, when he took my temperature, I was 39.2 on my temperature, right? Yeah, no word of a lie, 39.2. So he said, how have you got to here? I went, my dad gave me a lift. He went, can your dad get you to hospital now? And then, no word of a lie, right? This is what he said to me, right? He went, can your dad get you to hospital now? And when I say now, I effing mean now. Because if you can't, I'll get you an ambulance. That's what he said, right? They were his exact words. So my dad took me up to A&E. As I went into hospital, they sat me down and tested my temperature again. It was 39.7, right? Yeah. So they took me down into the hospital to take some blood, and they took like loads of blood off me. And the nurse says to me, it is proper mad in NHS. I don't really have much success with NHS. So the nurse says to me, I'll have to be quick taking the blood, love, because there's a lad that's just walked in and his temperature is 39.7. And if it hits 40, he'll die. That's what she said. And I went, that's me. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. You could tell in her face, she was like, oh shit. Whoever just said that. Anyway, my body must have hit 40 because I passed out. And when I woke up, I was like on a bed with wet towels all over me and loads of wet towels on my head, trying to cool my brain because I could have fried my brain. And it was this strain of flu. from Pakistan, believe it or not. The doctor said to me, so they took my blood. They was treating me for meningitis because they thought that's what I had. And after about an hour of taking my blood, he came in, he went, right, we've got your blood test back. You've not got meningitis, but you should have told us you've been to Pakistan. And I was like, I've never been to Pakistan. He was like, you must have been. I went, I haven't been to Pakistan, mate. I was working in an area with some massive Pakistan community. And he went, you've picked up a strain of flu that you get in Pakistan, which I must have got. He says, when we're going to treat, remember Tamiflu when there was a big flu outbreak years ago? He says, we're going to treat you with Tamiflu, but I don't know if it'll work. And after a few days of being in hospital, yeah, that's how they let me out. But the doctor said, we thought you were all going to die. Because I was in a bad way. I was in a bad way. I'm really healthy, me, as you can tell. Proper healthy specimen. But that weren't man flu. That was proper flu. That was proper flu. And then I went back to work, and this guy got in my van. My driver's mate got in the van, and he said, so how long have you worked here, mate? I was like, about 4 years. He went, which one of these is the guy that nearly died of Pakistani flu? I was like, that was me, mate. He was like, fucking hell. Oh, sorry, swearing. Beep. Yeah, mate, that's how, and that's, yeah, bad. Fried brains, mate. Yeah, nearly could have very easily caused us some bad things, that one. That, you are so right, Jax. You are so right. Let anything in. And all I used to do was deliver washing machines and treadmills and fridge freezers and things like that. So you weren't in houses long, but yeah, to pick up that nearly took me out. Sangeeth, all the way from Sri Lanka. So what kind of fish do you get in Sri Lanka, Sangeeth? See, we get people from all over the world. It's pretty mad. Tomorrow's a pub crawl. Oh, for your birthday, mate. Is this for your birthday? Get into shape. Right. So just right. So what you've said there, Jax, in the UK could have a totally different meaning than what you may mean. So yeah, and tomorrow's a pub crawl. So I've got to get into shape by pills, then get drunk, so I don't feel it. When you say get in shape by pills, mate, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because I'll be honest, in the UK, that'll have a totally different meaning than what you might mean there, mate. To be perfectly honest. Yeah, Jack's on the birthday is tomorrow. Getting. Well, we'll have to find out what his answer is, what he's getting. Got some new rocks for your tank, bait bread. What have you got, buddy? What's the just check, like, totally different subject slightly, Jack. But what's the immigration like in Czech, mate? Cheers, Pete. Have a good evening, buddy. Have a good weekend if we don't see you as well, mate. But have a good evening, bud. Thanks for joining us, buddy. Yeah, sod it, mate, innit? Just added it to your Amazon basket. Ooh. Was that expensive bait or what? I think like North Wales, like I know, like if Dane's still in, he'll back me up on this as well. It's like North Wales is really slate heavy, and I reckon if you lived in North Wales, you could very easily do an amazing like slate scape. It won't really cost you anything because you could just go and get it yourself. All right, sorry, Jax. Yeah, that as a having pills before you go out, mate, means something totally different in the UK. Does. We'll end that there. See, it's like sometimes there's get cross wires. Couldn't you, Dane? You could, couldn't you? You could do there's the amount of slate that you get in like places like Bangor. It's Bangor in it that's got a massive slate mine. I think it's Bangor that's got a massive slate mine. And you could make an awesome scape just slate. Definitely. You got cool rocks near you too. Rocket pH. I know, to be honest, mate, I don't really use many rocks anymore. I know I have got rocks in there and that, but they don't adjust the pH whatsoever. But definitely worth going having a bit of a stroll around the countryside, innit? If you're looking for new scape, for sure. With a few heavy duty bags. I have a question. Bait, fire away. There we get some ingredients. The thing is, we are really racist. But in a funny way. Well, it's Arabs. Arabs have trouble with. Yeah, we kind of get classed as far right here, Jax, if we speak out against our children getting murdered. It's like it's crazy. It's a crazy country we live in at the moment, mate. When scraping my algae off the glass, is it okay to keep it in the tank? It is, mate. Really, I tend to do so. I use a non-stick pan scouring pad on my tanks, mate. That's what I use. I always start the water extraction to do the water change and then do my glass. So you kind of hope that the extraction will take out some of that anyway, mate. So it's not going to do any harm, but it'd be pretty hard to make sure you caught it all anyway. But if you just do it while you're doing your water change, then happy days. Most of our parliament is just dodgy, mate. There's something going on in England. There's I don't know, weird undercurrent in this country at the moment. That's with your tank cycling. You'd be all right, mate. It's not a problem. Not a problem. What if you're getting algae on your glass? Just turn your lights down a little bit anyway, Bates. That's what I'll do. I'm getting algae on the front of my rainbow tank since I've took a lot of the plants out. Obviously, the plants, there's less plants, so they're not taking the nutrients out the water anymore, or as much, obviously. So yeah, I will just turn down the lights a little bit. You can do a slight water change, Bates. It won't make a problem. It won't be a problem. Blue lights. I've never really ever got a definitive thing on blue lights, Bates. I've kind of always so my blue light, I keep it around about 3% because I believe blue light is quite a lot of the cause for like BBA. That's what I kind of read into. So I always keep them at about 3%. At the end of the day, my tanks do go blue light for about a minute to 2 minutes. So that might be on maybe 40% there, but it's just literally is just for 2 minutes. But yeah, don't really. I think blue lights cause you more trouble than anything. I don't really know because some people keep blue lights on during the night, and there's like no need for it at all. But I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, blue light, mate, because it's mixed. You get mixed messages with blue light. All I'll say is when I had my blue light on higher, I kind of got BBA, and when I turned it down, I didn't. So. You know what, Jax? That's the thing, mate, isn't it? So you get like Vietnamese, we get we're getting all like Middle East at the moment, and a lot of them don't work. So, well, especially the ones that enter illegally because they can't work. So it ends up, yeah, it's just a nightmare. Do you need to keep the light on all the time, or can the fish deal with? Nah, Bates. My lights are only on. My lights are actually on 11 hours of the day. They are on 11 hours of the day, but 2 of them hours are sunrise and sunset, where the white light drops dramatically, pretty quick. As you'll see over the next kind of like half hour. Well, in the next 23 minutes, that tank will go from that now, which is dulling down loads compared to what it is, because they're all the same. And it'll go blue light. It'll go blue light for, like I say, a minute to 2 minutes, and then it'll be off completely. And the lights will stay off then till 11 o'clock in the morning, where they'll come on the sunrise, but it's just low light throughout for an hour, and I think for the last kind of 15 minutes it raises up to the day light proper. But yeah, I kind of like having a sunrise and sunset that you can set on the fluval plants. Really good, really good. But yeah, fish don't need light, Bates. It's the plants in your tank that need the light. There's out of the 3 things regarding your fish tank, 2 of them need light, 1 of them doesn't. And the 3 things are plants, fish, and us. Yeah. The plants need the light to photosynthesize. We need the light to see the fish, and the fish don't give a damn, mate. Don't give a damn. This is the problem. It's the people that drain the state, innit? You don't mind anyone coming in if they're grafting, but it's the ones that are the drain on the state. Because I always kept the lights on. I've never wanted to escape. Nah, mate, that's probably why you're getting algae as well, mate. Yeah, you need to regulate your lights, buddy. For sure. Have your lights on more for the times when you're at home. Sorry, I just looked at this. What's going on? Just one sec. Right, it's all right. So I have quite a large Anubias plant in the middle of the rainbow tank, and I wear glasses to watch TV and to drive, but on the stream I don't, because if I have glasses on I can't read the writing. So I'm looking at the rainbow tank and it looks like that there's no angels in there, right? But it looks like the angelfish have laid loads of eggs on a leaf. But the rainbows are all pecking at the leaf. So I'm like, what are they pecking at? But they're just pecking at the leaf. There's nothing in there. It just, it's how the light's hitting it at the moment just makes it look like there's loads of eggs on it. It is the best way, Will, innit? Put your lights on a timer so they come on regular every day. What you'll find with some of your plants as well, Baked, is certain plants, when they've had enough light, the leaves close up, and then in the morning when they need light, they'll open out again. Lilies do it with the flowers, believe it or not. So like lilies, when they flower, in the day the light it'll open, and at night it closes up. It's quite remarkable, really. But you do get that on quite a few of the stem plants. We have a lot of Nigerian doctors here, mate. We do. No problem, Baked. No problem. Some odd days I leave the lights off. Yeah, it won't do any harm, mate. Say it's only it's your plants that do it, that need it. I've got 4 at the moment, Baked. 4 tanks, 2 plant tubs. But in the new year, when I'm gonna look at emptying my spare room. Got quite a lot of fishing gear in my spare room. Might see if I can stick it in my mum's shed. Get it out of the way. I'll free up that room then, really. Everything else is just crap that can be thrown. Then I've got a fish room. Hey, 10 more tanks. Middle East is really tricky. Yeah, that's the problem we've got, mate. It's a terrorism threat. But they kind of, can't really go into it, I suppose, on here, to be perfectly honest. You've got 2 tanks, Baked. 1 goldfish, 1 guppies. Nice, mate, nice. I used to have a goldfish years ago. I'd say I did. I'll be all fairness, so I was a kid, my mum looked after it more than what I did. That lived for years. That. Oh, you know what? Let's just, cause he's out, I'll let you have a look at me, the redfin thresher. Let's just, he's going to dart off as soon as I get near him. Oh, he has as well. See him dart off there. He is there. Oh, turd. Yeah, you. Unfortunately, son, you're going. But as you can see, like, it's weird because it doesn't really look too blue. It looks cloudy on the camera, doesn't it? But yeah, that's almost, it is almost blue on the actually what I see in reality. Just get your plug back in. Oh, my tanks are awesome, mate. You won't get the full effect of them now, mate. But like, because obviously the lights are so dim now. But if you're in tomorrow afternoon, mate, once I've done the maintenance, I'll do a tour. He is awesome. He is just a little bit skittish sometimes. But yeah, he's been in there. He's been in there a couple of years. He's awesome. He's awesome. What are you looking at ordering, Dane? Yeah, I reckon you should as well, Dane. Get that Black Star Betta, mate, because it's cheap as, man. It's only 75 quid. Should get that. That is stunning, though, isn't it? 75 quid, though. 75 quid. Mate, it's a bargain. It is a bargain. It is stunning, though, isn't it? But, like, really, no, it'd be mad, wouldn't it? It'd be nice breeding them to see what you get. Does pH kind of affect male and female bettas as well for birth, like it does with guppies? Because like your water pH can decide what sex your guppies are, doesn't it? Sometimes if the pH is off, you'll get mainly female or mainly male. I think it's mainly female though. Because it's survival of the species, isn't it? If the pH is off, so I think you get mainly female and they're born pregnant already, so it's more chance of survival, I suppose. More rainbows, yeah, mate. I'll be honest, mate. The them red rainbows at £5 a piece. Yeah, they are only like probably 1.5 to 2 inch long, and they're just silverfish at the moment. But yeah, they definitely worth a buy, mate. A £5 each, mate. That's bloody awesome. Most spent is £8. I've 80 quid on a blue panic. It cost me in the end probably about £2,000, I think. Temperatures. I always thought pH as well, Jax, with guppies. 13 for hill streams. I did try getting hill streams, Tracy, the other week from Troubleshooting, but they didn't have any. Because I'm gonna add a couple of hill streams probably 4 into it as well. With the when it all gets changed around. It's weird, isn't it? Because, like, to be honest, the blue panic, I'd wanted one for ages, so I just ended up paying like 80 quid for it. No, Jax, a blue, bloody hellfire, blue panic Pleco. Awesome, mate. I will. Oh God, he was stunning, mate. Once he coloured up, but say something came in with him and killed all my tank. There is always a pretty decent picture of him, though. So no, mate, that's what I'm on about. It's hard to get a decent, with them being dark. But yeah, mate, blue panax, pretty amazing. But they do require bogwood, and they are really dirty. So there's like, let's see if we can see that one a bit better. It's hard to show you the color on the because of the screen of the laptop, but yeah, they are spectacular, spectacular. But no, oh, they're just amazing, mate. But yeah, like I say, it cost me a fortune in the long run. I was asking about the black stuff. Oh, right. All right, sorry. 25 quid there. Wow, man. That's like, it's crazy, isn't it? South TX, good evening, buddy. Thanks for joining us. So is there a few of you going out tomorrow, Jax? How many are out on the pub crawl tomorrow? We get ripped off here though, Jax. UK is like gone really expensive, mate. What you find, Jax, in the UK, it seems to be like, because only half the country works, the people that work have to pay double the price. Something like that, kind of how it seems to be. Like some like cardinals 3 for £12 cardinals at the moment. So that's why the ones at Tropco are a bargain, proper bargain. So I think actually I won't get the cardinals on Sunday. I will just go for barbs on Sunday. Trade them in for barbs, and then once the angels get moved, then work on the cardinal population. Me and two buddies, one of them doesn't drink. So they say, "Oh, they're the designated driver, then, mate." It's always having what? Always good having one that doesn't drink. But I've got to admit, can you imagine being the sober one when all your mates are drunk? I used to have a mate that when he got drunk, he were like really, really annoying, to be perfectly honest. You just like, as soon as he got drunk, you just wanted to punch him in the face, to be perfectly honest. You know what, Tracy? I'm the same. I did make myself really ill though when I was like 16. I made myself like really ill on booze, so I've never really been a big drinker. I'm gonna get a bottle of wine tomorrow for next Friday, because like well, we all saw what happened when I spilt the Guinness the other week. But I'm celiac, so I'm not even supposed to drink Guinness anyway. So because I've been so rough, so poorly recently, I have like things like that. I'm just starting to take out my diet at the moment. because they kind of ruin me really. But yeah, so I'm gonna get a bottle of wine next Friday. Next Friday, guys, is Fishkeeper Club Christmas party online. Bring a bottle, bring anything you want to drink, because face it, it's you that's drinking it. But also bring some fun to the party, and we'll have a bit of a laugh. I think that's how it'll go. I think that's how it'll go, Jax. I will build a rack system. And kind of like, I still want my computer in there though, but it'd be nice to maybe, because obviously as a YouTube channel grows, I'm going to have to make a fish room. It's going to have to happen. But it would be nice just to, or maybe even just make a small table and have my laptop in there all the time, so I can do the editing in there and try and have it set up as a proper fish room stroke office. It is only a small room, but I wouldn't be putting 4-foot tanks in there. You know what I mean? The biggest tank I'd probably put in there will be 2 foot. If it's anything more than that, it's just taking room up for other tanks. And you've kind of got to consider quantity of tanks when you're doing a YouTube channel as well. You've got to, haven't you? Each tank's just more entertainment really for your channel. We'll do our own little pub crawl next week anyway, Tracer. After a bottle of wine, it with me crawling off stream like that. Ooh, nah, I can handle wine. It'll be all right. Well, we'll see next week, won't we? Oh, do you waffle on, mate, when you've had a drink? I'd never get an hangover me though. I don't get an hangover, Jax. I don't, which is good. To be honest, Tracy, it'll be barefoot white Zinfandel, which is a rosé. Oh goddamn! That I'll be honest, I could get proper rat-arsed on that. I could. White, honestly, if no one's ever had it, barefoot white Zinfandel. Oh Jesus! Could freeze it and just have it as a nice lolly. It's amazing. Proper decent. Yeah, mate, we can get into that, Jax, for sure. In time, mate. I am going to set up a tank. I want to be for the angels. That's going to be the start of the fish room then, I think. And with a bit of luck, Hyger might jump on it as well. So it'd be nice if Hyger decides if they go, all right, you're setting up a fish room. All right, okay then, because Hyger do lights, yeah. So if I did a racking system, I could get a light system that would just go straight across it. It'd do both tanks, like 2 maybe smaller tanks, 2 nano tanks. So because I wouldn't get another tank of rainbows, so it'd be something different. So I'd like to do like a full rack of shrimp, but I can't because I don't want to send my channel shrimp based, because my mate does shrimp and I always put people ask me about shrimp over to my mate at Fishkeeping Answers channel, so I wouldn't go shrimp based because I wouldn't want to step on his toes. So yeah, it'd be like, Will, you can make me a light. Yeah, mate, you can make me a light as well, and a heater. Video care, cardinal care helps. Yeah, mate, my cardinal care guide's really good video. It's just I've fed my some of my cardinals to my angels and cribs. Like an idiot. And then the irony, I put a tag a cardinal care guide at the end of the video. And I just thought, when I was tagging that on, I thought, am I taking a piss there? Don't know. I did it anyway. I do get hangovers when I drink white beers. I don't anything else. It's mad. I know I have told this story before, but like how the brief thing is, when I was 16, I got absolutely steamed. Went home, spent 4 hours being sick, kept my parents up all night pretty much. And the next morning, my mum, 8 o'clock, 9 in the morning, walks in my bedroom with a full cooked breakfast, thinking it was going to like turn my stomach, make me ill again. And it was a bit like, learn your lesson. And I was like, oh God, I ate a lot. And I heard my mum go downstairs and say to my dad, the little bastard ate a lot. So I know it pissed her off. But I was like, oh, cheers. So yeah, she did get me to, tried to get me to make me ill, but it failed, really. Heater's working well, up the voltage, and now it can get to 24. That's awesome, mate. That's awesome. Don't go into scaping. Some basic sand. Oh no, mate, no. My tanks will never really be mainly set up for breeding, mate. I like scaping, mate. Everything will have some kind of form of scaping on it. To be honest, I've been like, today I was thinking, I have like really long drives, so you end up kind of thinking of different scapes. Well, I do anyway. And as I was saying, you can get the Betta tanks that are split up into 3 or 4 tanks. I'd like to get one piece of wood that would fit in the whole tank, but then cut it. So, and then put it in. So it looks like the wood goes through the tank, but it doesn't. It's kind of like stops at each one. But yeah, I'd like to do a better scape where the whole tank looks like one tank, but it's not, it's separated. I just think it'd look cool. But yeah, I like the scaping aspect of this hobby as well, Jax. I do. I spotted a shrimp to 14. Yeah, they're quite hard. I think shrimp are quite hardy, mate, aren't they? Once they're settled, but just getting them settled. Oh, Tracy, he's a bit of an inventor, I think. It's like, I feel like sometimes I'm talking to Doc off Back to the Future. Heaters, lights, made his own tanks, taught me into making my own fertilizers. Proper little inventor as well. I won't have it too low, mate. It'll always be accessible. Kind of go 3 high, so there'll always be enough room. But yeah, it will all be thought through, mate, for sure. And I won't go too low, mate, because I'm too old. Yeah, and you watch in 5 years' time, Will will be on Dragon's Den with his own heaters and aquarium light system. See it coming. The old Duncan Ballantyne. Amu. That's all I can say. He is, yeah. He is the new competitor to Elon. It's like, Will. It's too lazy. What's everyone doing for Christmas, guys? Is anyone like going away? Christmas is Wednesday, isn't it? So we'll actually miss a live stream. But what's everyone doing over Christmas? Are they staying at home? Do they go to family? Do they go away? I've always like gone down to my parents on Christmas Day. Always. And he knows like my dad passed away, unfortunately, like 3.5 years ago, but I still go down. I'll be down there Christmas Day and Boxing Day, me. Boxing Day was my parents' wedding anniversary, so I'll always like go down there and spend that with my mum anyway, because they were married for like 60 years or something, 50 years. So yeah, I'll always go down on the Boxing Day as well. Buy more fish, yes. Yeah, I'll be doing that for sure. Your dog's sitting in Brighton, Will. How's that come about? Dog sitting, what down, and what type of dog, mate? I do love my dogs, mate. I do. Oh, dogs and cats. I kind of I've had both. I would have always said that I was a dog person because I always wanted a dog growing up, and when we got a dog, I loved dogs. They were awesome. But then when I got adopted by that cat, yeah, I'm kind of a bit of both, really. I'd like to have them both. Frenchie, oh, nice, mate, nice. I'll be at home doing maintenance, most likely. On Christmas Day, Jax, do you not really celebrate Christmas, Jax? I'll be honest, like, I'm not, it's not something I like go overboard with, I've got to admit. It'll just be me and my daughter and me. I'll cook. Oh, and the dog. I'd love to pop over to Ireland to see my mum. She's not too good. Can't get over. Oh, that's a shame, Tracy, isn't it? So, Tracy, are you Irish, or has your mum just moved over to Ireland? Going to the Christmas fair, then going out with the family to a fancy restaurant. Nice, Bates. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. I'd like to be honest, I'd like to take my mum out to a fancy restaurant for Christmas, but she's dead like, I think she's very traditional, my mum. Very traditional, and she likes, like, in all fairness, she makes pretty mean Christmas dinner, to be honest. She's a pretty good cook, my mum. That's why I keep my 6-pack hidden. I was fed well as a kid. I hope your mum's okay though, Tracy. Especially like at Christmas time as well, isn't it? The time where you need to be with them. Guys, I think it's nearly 10:10. I am going to call it night, guys. Thanks so much for everyone that's coming in. We are back tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock-ish. If everyone can join us, that'd be great. Otherwise, back Monday. Have a great weekend. Jax, have a great birthday do tomorrow, mate. Hope you have a great day. Have a drink for me. Tracy, thanks for joining us. Will, thanks for joining us. Dane, Oh, let's have a look what else moving in here tonight. South TX, if you're still in, buddy, thank you. And if I've missed anyone, all my usual guys, bait bread. In fact, you know what? Just bear with us one sec, mate, because you come in quite a lot, don't you? So what I'll do, I'm just gonna where is it? I'll just add you on air baits as well before I go anywhere. So stick that at the side of your name as well, buddy. So Biz, thanks for you always come in just as we're going. But guys, thanks so much to everybody. Have a great evening. Have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully, though, we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. And take care. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night, guys. See you later.